Hey guys, it's me Danielle with Kingdom First Ministries. How are you? I hope that everything is going well. I hope everything is good. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Hey guys, okay, so the Lord is having me pop on to share a bit of my testimony that's been a recent testimony. And because I've been battling, black witchcraft, black magic in my life, I had no idea. I don't know if you checked out my community tab, but the Lord had me go on there and share pictures of me from like a year ago. And I was at the lowest point in my life. I was in a severely abusive, narcissistic relationship, and I had no idea that that person was sent into my life to basically, they were hired to date me so that I would just basically just crumble down to like nothing, and eventually they were hired to take me out. And I know it sounds crazy, it sounds like a Lifetime movie, but it's real true life, and it's happening to people all over the country and all over the world. So I'm going to just put this out there, okay? So here we go. I'm hoping that this will help someone out there. So basically I was Job, I was Joseph, David, King David, and Cinderella, all wrapped up into one. But I never gave up on my God. Never gave up on my God. My life belongs to God. I've lost everything but my God. I don't care if I've lost it all, because without God, I'm gone. They called me crazy. They mocked my love for God. They called me horrible names. They shadow banned my YouTube channel. They blacklisted me from employment and made me homeless, which I still am. I'm at a women's shelter for domestic violence in Portland, Oregon. Stolen inheritance from family, hits out all my life, stalked and relentless black death magic on me. I felt like giving up, but never on God. I feel like I'm ready to cry right now. I feel a shift, and I know that God will vindicate me. Just as he did it for Job, David, Joseph, and Cinderella. I love God. He is my best friend. He is the Almighty. Hallelujah. I had no money. I still have no money. The monies that I do have have been stolen from me. I couldn't get work. I'm still trying to get work, and it's very difficult for me because I've been blacklisted. I've been blocked and pressed on every side. Spiritually attacked every single day. Energy harvesting. They're trying to block my true love from coming into my life, preventing any friends or friendship into my world. All I had was God, which is my everything. I lost it all. I gave it all up willingly. I gave it all up willingly. And, and in the end, I found me. I look at myself from a year ago, and I went from broken down, loss of vital chi energy, and looking like death warmed over. I had no idea of how bad I looked. I was so lost. I refused to give up and die, though. 4 years later, and even like up to like a year later, because that's when I broke up with my ex-boyfriend. Actually, it all ended up ending in April, but it was not a real relationship anyway. Today, I look vibrant, radiant with God's light and love in me. Check out the recent shorts on my channel and compare it to my testimony video. Take a look at my community tab, and you'll see the pictures that I've posted there. God actually told me which ones to choose, and that's what I did at his request. So, you guys, on YouTube and just being like a spiritual influencer, which I am, a prophetess for the Lord and a healer and just a motivational speaker about, overcoming life's hardships, and especially if you've been, buried under black magic, and especially if, your family has stolen inheritances from you, and if they just set you up and you had no idea, maybe this is happening at a young age and you just had no idea, like what happened to me. In those pictures, you guys, I'm looking at it and I just look so lost. And what's worse is I didn't realize how bad I looked. It's like And you can't fake the glow up from God. And when you take a look at people and Christian content creators that are on YouTube, you can see the light in them. You can see that they're living a life that's close to God. You can see that God is in them. You know, you can tell like they're not on drugs. You can see it. So for all the people out there that mocked me and basically told me to curse God and die, just like the way that happened to Job, you know, I would never curse God. I would never want to just give up my life, because my life belongs to God, you know. And I've always said to God, I'm like, you know, I've lived my life. I've already lived like half of my life. I'm in the second half of the Super Bowl, as I say. You know, there's still time to win this thing, you know, and that's what I want to do, and that's why I'm here. But I'm also here to bring hope to other people who have been through the same thing. You know, you can feel so defeated, and when you finally come up and awaken, you know, to the truth and realize what's been going on, it's like you almost feel like you just want to give up, because you're just like, oh my gosh, how can I come out of this? But the truth is that we can come out of it. You guys, I have a lot of obstacles right now in my life, you know. I've got monies that are owed, you know, just based on things that I've lost. Just things that I'm trying to clear up right now, and clearing up my credit and clearing up my name. But it got so bad, you guys, that I became so apathetic about my life. Like, oh, I don't care anymore, you know. It's just like, F it, you know. I don't even care anymore. Like, I don't even want to be here anymore, type of a thing. But the truth is that I care. I've been awakened. As you can see from the short videos that I've been doing recently, it's like, you know, the illusions are coming off with the truth that God is giving to me, and the truth that God is giving to you as well in your own personal life. Or maybe just seeing me right now is going to help to awaken you, and I really hope so. Please know that, you know, when we talk about witchcraft and we talk about black magic, we talk about dark voodoo practitioners, we talk about dark wizards that are out there. These are people that are closeted. These are people that if their families knew, if their colleagues knew, you know, they would be absolutely shocked. A lot of them are even in the church. You know, people would, they would lose so much if people realized how evil they really are and what they're doing to other people, siphoning off their energy to try and make their life more abundant, you know, trying to just destroy other people just because it makes them happy. It's what gets them off, you know. People would be shocked. Their families would be shocked. Their wives or husbands would want to divorce them. People wouldn't want to work with them anymore, type of a thing. So they keep it like really quiet, right? And what's worse is that in this 21st century that we're in right now, it's amazing to me how people are just like, whenever you mention black magic or death magic or rituals or voodoo or hoodoo or any, people are like, oh, you know, I don't want to hear about it, you know, diddle-oo, 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 you're crazy, you know. And in the Christian world, we're taught not to think about these things. We're not even being taught about the dangers of witchcraft. Nothing like that. It's all very quiet. They're like, don't give credence to it. You're giving credence to Satan. You're giving praise to Satan when you talk about these things. So that's where the church goes wrong, first of all, against the people, God's people. You know, so God has me here to talk about these things, and I'm so thankful for the truth, because the truth will set you free. Yes, it can be devastating. Yes, it can be so shocking for most people. It would just send them reeling, you know, just send them like into like a mental institution or something like that. When you realize that it's your own family that has been coming against you all this time, when you wonder, gee, why didn't they respond to my calls? Why didn't they respond to my texts? You know, why didn't they respond? It's like, because these are the reasons why. And because they know that they did you so dirty when they stole your inheritance, or they took out a life insurance policy against you, you know, they know that you wouldn't want to have anything to do with them anyway, right? They know that you wouldn't want to share the money with them. So they figured that they'll just go ahead and take you out, you know. And especially if you're vulnerable, if you know, let's just say, you know, you're divorced like me. I was married for 20 years. You know, I didn't even realize my ex-husband, Brad Barclay, was in on this thing. His family, you know, Eastern Stars and Masons, like I didn't even realize how bad that was. I just thought it was like a club that helped people, like a lot of people think. But there's dark Masons all the way up to the 33rd degree. You know, Walt Disney was a 33rd degree Mason. And yes, it is satanic. It is. So for all the dark Masons that are out there, you know, that are doing this to people, people have no clue. They have no idea. So you could spend the rest of your life not understanding what happened. Gee gosh, what happened to my life? Why I have all this bad luck. I had people actually say to me, they're like, gee, what happened to you, Danielle? It seems like you have so much bad luck. And gosh, what happened? Your life just went downhill after you were with that last guy, Marcus St. James, aka Marcus Todd Dirk. Like, what happened to you? Well, you know what? Agents of Satan can be sent into your life to destroy your life, to take you out. They think, well, she's divorced, she's on her own, she's not working right now, she's homeless. Nobody will notice if she's even gone. Like, nobody would even care, type of a thing. Well, the truth is that God cares. God cares about you. We are his children, okay? And God will not let us just tra-la-la and not ever find out. But you have to be seeking it. You have to be in alignment with God. You have to really be like wanting to know what the heck happened, and so then you have to go into the spiritual realm to figure out what's going on. But unfortunately, a lot of Christians out there, they don't know how. They don't know how to tap into their spiritual. They don't know how to even, we're taught that opening up the third eye is a bad thing. This is the thing that God has given, the inner vision. Stevie Wonder, anyone? How important that is, so that God can talk to us, so that we can commune with God, so that God can let us know what to do and the instructions to be able to succeed in life. So when I did that, when I made it known to my ex-boyfriend that I was looking to ascend in my life, that I was getting rid of all the bad things in my life, I'll never forget, he was in Florida, he was in Tampa, Florida, and he was like, oh my gosh, I have to come and see you right now. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm really getting closer to God right now, and I think I just really need to be. No, in 3 days he drove all the way from Tampa, Florida, all the way to Portland, Oregon in 3 freaking days. And he was like, oh, I just wanted to see you, like I just had to come. Like, in other words, he made it like this grand gesture of like romantic gesture, like, oh, I'm just gonna come and race to you, like, that whole thing. So of course it's flattering, right? And you think that the person's in love with you and they want to work it out with you, but meanwhile they're a paid agent to try and take you out, to stop you from ascending, to stop you. So that's what happened to me, you guys. And what's sad is that this has been happening to me for most of my life, even through childhood. Like, I had no idea. I don't even think that my so-called family is my real family. I think something happened. Again, this is a truth that I'm waiting to get the answers from God on, because I want to know, like, was I adopted? Was I switched at birth? These things do happen, you guys. And I don't know what happened, but God will show me. And, I'm still waiting on a lot of other information to come to me, but when they change your name on the will, when they create fake death certificates, it's like you're dead on paper. When they switch bodies in the morgue and things like that, like some homeless person that nobody was going to notice, and they say that was you, and then they create like a fake death certificate with some janky funeral parlor person, or if they're working with like corrupted life insurance people, or if you even have family members that are like court clerks in the courts, they can do their little things to just make it look like you're not even there anymore. Or they try to make you sound like you're crazy in the courts, like, well, what happened? Where is Danielle Fuentes Barclay? Where is she? Oh, well, she's on drugs, she's homeless, we don't even know where she is, she's mentally unfit, she's unstable, that we don't know. She wouldn't be able to handle the money anyway, that type of thing. And meanwhile, that's completely the opposite truth. Meanwhile, like, for people like me, your life just spun out because of these horrible people that you didn't even know were against you. So again, I'm so thankful to the Lord for showing me the truth, because God is the truth. He's the way, the truth, and the life. Hallelujah, forevermore. So, and if you're smart like me, you're going to be doing investigative work, and if you are diligent like me, then you're going to keep on going, looking, praying, show me the truth, and God will bring you the truth. Just like what happened to me when I was in Hillsboro, Oregon, and I was at a place called it was a pod. They had these pod. It kind of looks like a glorified closet, basically, is where you are, but it's your own place, and they try to help you find permanent housing, right? So, again, in the middle of that place, I didn't know anybody except for my ex-boyfriend. He was there as well. And he's the one who helped me to get in there. We tried to make it work out, but no, it was just another attempt for him to try and take me out. And out of the blue, there comes someone out of nowhere. I didn't know this woman from Adam. And she was like, I don't know how to tell you this, Danielle, but, I remember your ex-boyfriend from the early 80s when I was a hairstylist at the drag clubs out there. And he was Marilyn Monroe. And that was like age 18 to like 23. And I was just shocked. I was just absolutely shocked because I'd always had a suspicion that my ex-boyfriend was gay and that there was some misogynistic stuff going on I didn't understand. The reality with that thing is that he was paid. He was paid like, I don't know, $25,000 to take me out. And he's not the first one. But ironically, just because of who I am and who God made me, these hitmen that have come into my life, they always fall in love with me. So they weren't able to take me out because of that conflicted feeling that they had within. So with Marcus, he hated me because he was jealous of me, first of all. Second of all, he really wanted to live a gay life, but he wasn't unable to due to his own, beliefs and stuff like that. And thirdly, he loved me, but he hated me. So it's like he couldn't do it. And so he treated me like such absolute garbage. I have never been so mistreated before in my entire life by any man in my entire life. And, I started believing the lies that he would say about me, that I was worthless, that I was just a POS, that I was just like a page, like I will never amount to anything, like, I'm lazy and I was old and fat and ugly, like all these things. And looking back at those photos, looking back at the photos that I saw of myself, it just made me want to cry. Yes, I did look so broken down. That's what he did to me. That's what that relationship did to me. Narcissistic abuse and death magic, that can render you to the point where you don't even look like yourself. You don't even realize what it is that you even look like because you're so lost. And I'm someone who takes pride in my appearance. I like to look good. I want to look good for the Lord because I represent him. And I was just blown away. And so, almost a year later, I see myself today, and I'm so thankful to God that I didn't lose myself. Everything else here in this material world, I lost everything. I did. And they stole it from me, and they're still blocking me. Like, even if I try to do emails or trying to reach out to people for help or try to get a job or whatever, I'm blocked on every single side. Like, I have to try to do an email like 6 or 7 times. I have to make phone, like the message didn't go through if I'm leaving a message, weird things like this. And people say, oh, that's so weird. Like, what's wrong with your phone? Like, what's wrong with your email? Well, gee, you don't realize that these witchcraft connections, these dark magic connections, when they pay people, people that are employees, people that work for the Social Security Administration, people that as soon as they see your Social Security number pop up, boop, it's like all of a sudden you're on a list, and you're on a list with other people where it's like, oh, those are the people that we have to block, and people are getting paid. It's like corruption. It is mass corruption, and I really do blame it on the last presidential administration. The same kind of stuff happened to me when Obama was in office. I was being stalked. I had no idea. What did he enforce? Something called Citizens on Patrol. They called them cops. COPS. And people could do reporting. They could report people. They were like Nazis. They were like sorry guys, so loud. But they were like walking Nazis that would just get paid like in gift cards and money and different privileges and stuff like that, just to be able to torment people so that they would take themselves out basically or go crazy. But there's people like me that are stronger than that. We're resilient. We're more resilient than that. We have rare DNA, and they can't take us out. The protection that we have because we are the chosen ones of God, that energy that God has given to us, we always regenerate. And God has taught me how to transmute the energy so that the energy doesn't hurt me anymore. And so all the evil that is coming towards me or that has come towards me, I've learned how to alchemize it. I've learned how to transmute it. And to people in the Christian world, they think that sounds like witchcraft. Oh, you're an alchemist? That means that you're a witch. No, it means that God has shown me. And this is just on myself. I haven't read any books on it. There's plenty of books out there on it. Go check it out for yourself. There's videos on it. God showed me how to do it. And I'm so thankful to the Lord every single time. So when I take and send up all that bad energy, all the negative energy, the fear, the anxiety, the depression, the desperation, the loss of hope, the anger, the resentment, everything, the hatred, I send it all up. And then God transmutes it. We transmute it together, and then I call back that energy into myself, and I ask for peace. I ask for wisdom. I ask for guidance. I ask for God to regenerate me on a cellular level and everything, and to refresh me, to give me the confidence that I need, to keep me going, to give me the motivation that I need to continue on. And that's how I do it. So, I'm not alone in this, but I wish that the church would show people how to do this kind of thing, because witchcraft is real. People don't want to hear it. They think you're crazy. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's true. And so we've got like mass, like a worldwide, global witchcraft manipulation on people, where people don't even want to talk about witchcraft. It's like, oh, you're crazy, I don't want to, it's really sad. And that's how many people are just left in the dark. How many people have committed suicide? How many people have left the planet? How many people have just given up because they didn't know what was going on? So again, I want to give a special shout out to Stephanie P. Smith, who has, she was talking about this like 4 years ago when no one else was. She wrote a book recently, and she has one of the first legal cases in the United States where she is, basically, doing a lawsuit against the people who have been oppressing her and her family through dark black witchcraft. And we're going to start seeing a lot more of this, you guys. People are going to start coming out of the woodworks and saying, hey, this happened to me. Hey, this happened to me. There's going to be more and more lawsuits, because the truth is that black magic, death magic, is attempted red rum. It really is. And so when you realize it's your own family doing this to you, your ex-husband or your ex-mother-in-law, like what happened with me, it's shocking. You would never think that would happen. You're just living your life like, okay, I left these people. I don't want to be around them anymore because I know they're toxic, and they can't siphon off of me anymore. I had no idea about that back in the day. All I was learning was that I was calling my energy back to myself. Access was denied. No one could siphon off my energy anymore. Talk about energy harvesting. It's actually called karmatic transference, destiny swapping, that kind of thing. People are like, ooh, this sounds too crazy. It's like maybe the world just isn't ready for it yet because they're still asleep. But anyway, so this is why I'm here. This is why God has me here. He told me to be bold. He told me to be honest. He told me to just tell it like it is. And that's the mantle that is on me, to be able to give this to you so that you can be set free. So thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. It's about all I've got for now. So until next time, be good. Be good, be good, be good. Mwah, be good. And keep the kingdom first. Mwah.